Okay, this is Shadow, Watermark's Shadow. You've been watching him off and on for the last 2 years almost. I got him when he was just a little baby from Watermark Retrievers. In his litter there were 3 puppies, and they were all males, and they all looked identical. And I saw him jumping around, and I told Mary Tatum, I said, I'd like to have one of those puppies. And one way or another, I ended up with one. And I was very excited because his dad was Hawkeye's Candlewood Shadow, who I bought from Mary Howley many years ago. And he became, and we call him the original Shadow. He, I think somebody told me he qualified for 16 nationals, and he became a very, very fierce competitor, and even today, he's a very well-known dog, so he's a product of that. And what I'm gonna do is, after this, I'm gonna inject a little report I did when he was 4 or 5 months old. I did on YouTube, and just so you can see what he was like as a little baby puppy. And but right now he is turned into just a magnificent marker. This guy weighs 88 pounds. He goes fast, he goes hard, he's got a big brain, and he's on paper pedigree, it's like perfect. So there's going to be a little clip, and after that little clip there's going to be another little clip, and you stand by for those messages. And I'm very proud of this guy. And so when we started running him, it seemed like he was ready to run. He was all ready to go, and we thought he was pretty well trained, but there weren't any trials. A lot of the trials were canceled for some reason. Then we started running, and he was quite sensational all through his career. And then, you know, in derbies, the time that you're really good is when you get towards the end of your career, when you're all through at 24 months. But between 20 and 24 months is when most derby dogs really start to come into their own and hit their stride, and they've matured and they're ready to go. Well, this character, when it was time to do that, he already had 95 derby points. And then the Wuhan flu came through, and all the trials were canceled. So the last 3.5 months that he could have run and been at his peak, there were no trials. Nonetheless, he did end up with 95 derby points, which somebody said that's in the top 20 of the history of field trials. And on top of that, he's the 2020 High Point Derby Dog. So there you have it. Okay, here we go. Hey, ready? Teaching him to fetch. Fetch. Good. Okay. Sit. Out. Sit. Reinforcing the sit. Ready. Fetch. Good. Sit. Hold. Teaching him to hold. Sit. Out. Fetch. Good. Sit. And then we've been working on very hard on going back to home plate. Ready? Camel. Good. Sit. Now, he has been collar conditioned. Sit. And I can reinforce the sit command. Sit. And throw marks from this position. Sit. So now he's to the age where he can actually be getting marks. Sit, and this is how I do it. Sit, sit, back. Hey, there you go, good. Now I'm trying to get him to come back into the heel position. Here, sit, hold. Wow, very good. Very good. All right, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right, ready? Fetch. Okay, good. All right, good. Sit. Sit. Now I can reinforce the sit command. Sit. 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 I'm making sure this is at the absolute lowest level that I can get it on and still have him just barely feel it. Sit. Good. Sit. Okay, now back to the... Here, come here. Sit. Camel. Good. Sit. Sit. Heel. Very good. Sit. Excellent. Heel. Sit. Good. Sit. Heel. Sit. All right, now I've begun also. Sit. 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 Heel. Starting him to get ready for casting. Sit. 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 Back. Okay, now I'm going to try to get him to get out of the water and not drop his bumper and bring it all the way to me and sit until I can grab it. But I'm not going to jump all over him if he doesn't do it. I'm going to be very careful to... Okay, good, good, good. Here you go, here you go. All right, right here, right here, right here, right here. All right, hang on to it. Sit. Very good, very good. Come up, come up. Sit. Good. Now that's a good boy. All right, out. So I'm going to attempt a little, very, a double. Come here, buddy. That doesn't have anything in it other than the mechanics of it, because I want him to start realizing that there's always another mark left to retrieve. Sit. 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 Back. Hey, there you go, right here, right here. Hey, very good. Sit. Sit. Ready? Back. So, not a big memory. I'm going to try the reverse of it now with the memory part on land. So he'll get the water bird first. Okay, that a boy. I hope you're noticing there's absolutely no discipline in this. Good man. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right. All right. All right. Sit. Sit. You're a very good boy, aren't you? Sit. 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 Back. Okay. Okay, good. Atta boy. Excellent. Hey. Sit. Where's the other one? Back. Hey, there you are. Okay, very good. Very good. All right. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much where we are. He's been collar conditioned. He has learned to sit. I can reinforce the sit command. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot the other thing. Yay. Good. Okay. All right, come on. And I always, and it's virtually without exception, end every training session with a walk. So that was the end of training today on his birthday of being 4 months old. I want to point out something. Every dog operates a little different, learns a little different, but in a general way, I have followed to the letter almost. Like I say, there's always a little changes here and there, but pretty much followed to the letter the procedure that I've outlined in training a retriever puppy. So there's no secrets of what I'm doing. It's all been outlined in that movie. So, but I have skipped no days of training. I've worked very hard because I want this process to be very clear in the end. This is something that can be repeated. It works every time you try it. Thanks for watching, and next video will be interesting, I hope. The storm swept towards me, and the dust came over me. Then God's hand held me up, and my fear was gone, and peace filled my heart.